Well, health inspectors are not happy with a popular breakfast spot or a swanky Scottsdale restaurant.
We are naming names tonight, so you know which places aren't keeping a clean kitchen. Here's Jason Berry with tonight's all-new Dirty Dining.
Milk out of temperature, toxic substances not labeled. That's just a taste of the violations inspectors uncovered at Valley Restaurants this week. Ama's Kitchen and Pho on Chandler Boulevard off Dobson Road in Chandler. 3 major health code violations. An employee not washing his hands before making soup. Raw beef stored above eggs. Food debris left on a meat slicer. Olive and ivy on Camelback Road off Marshall Way in Scottsdale. 3 violations. Chicken on the grill not cooked long enough. Pizza sauce and mashed potatoes not cooling properly. Milk in the fridge out of temperature. Tatamados Tacos All Carbon on 7th Street in Oak and Phoenix. 3 violations. An employee handling raw fish with gloves, then not changing the gloves and washing up. Raw shrimp stored above baked potatoes. Raw chicken thawing at room temperature. Filiberto's Mexican food at Williamsfield Road and Val Vista in Gilbert. 4 violations. Chicken kept past its discard date. Cooked pinto beans not held to the proper temperature. Toxic substances not labeled. Not enough sanitizer in a dishwasher. And the place with the most health code violations? The Breakfast Club on Scottsdale Road off Drinkwater in Old Town Scottsdale. 5 major violations. The Breakfast Club had no certified food manager on duty. A cook touched his face, then kept cooking without washing up. A worker putting celery in a drink with his bare hands. Green juice not kept cold enough. And a container of black beans not cooling properly. The restaurant is now on notice to clean up or could face legal action. Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.
Well, here is a look at the Dean's List. The restaurants that scored a perfect health inspection score: Rocket Fizz on Vaughn and Gilbert, Buffalo Wild Wings, 44th Street and Thomas and Phoenix, Famous Dave's outside Chandler Fashion Center Mall, and Mad Greens at Tempe Marketplace. Fry's Food Stores on 138th Avenue and R.H. Johnson in Sun City West, and Portillo's Hot Dogs on 103rd Avenue and McDowell in Avondale.